What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We got that rank 2.0, we got new skins, and we got balance changes that'll leave you feeling higher than the sky. Pun intended. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Raynday Gaming. My name is Raynday, and I'm excited to take you through OB56 and what we're planning on bringing out to the realm in the latest patch of Paladins. Now, there's no new champions, so some of you may be disappointed, but that often leads a great opportunity for new and great improvements to the systems, the internal progressions, whatever it may be, whether it's bugs, whether it's general additions to the game, because that pressure of adding a new champion, fixing all of those things, isn't put on the team. So again, we have a huge infrastructure adjustment to one of the most core components of, I think, any competitive online game, and that is the ranked system. So essentially, ranked has been a smorgasbord of different ideals for a lot of people. Some people in ranked had really just been trying to grind mastery borders for the champions that they enjoy to show off that they're the best bomb king in the land. Some people really cared about their personal MMR and trying to essentially, go through the ranks to get the highest amount of elo as possible and showcase that on the top leaderboards. But there were moments that didn't work the best, because people would want to oftentimes save the rank or the status of their champion more so than the actual status of the game. They'd rather keep their top 10 EV versus actually pick EV and win that game. They'd rather just try a Skye and see if it works. Otherwise, who cares? I'm a bronze Skye anyways. In rank 2.0, you're going to be able to climb the ranks from bronze to Grandmaster and earn ranked exclusive rewards. And these tiers are not champion specific. These are account specific. There are going to be 5 divisions within each tier. So bronze will have 5 divisions, silver will have 5 divisions, gold will have 5 divisions, you get it, etc, etc. Playing competitive will now earn you something called triumph points, or TP. If you earn enough TP, it will promote you from your current division, and Masters is the highest division that can be reached from the way up after Diamond. Now, there's a special section of players in Masters which contains the top 100 players in the world. So this is people like Thomas Hull on Makoa, this is like Digidog and Chronix, both playing one character, and that character being Skye. The OP things in the game where you just feel like, I'm out of my league. Those guys have a league of their own. That's the top 100 of Masters, and it's called Grandmasters. Hey, yo, Raynday, you a Grandmaster? Yeah, man, I'm a bronze Grandmaster. That mean you just aren't in silver yet? Because of this, everybody's qualifications or where they were previously is going to be reset, and they're going to have to play qualification games. Now, how do I qualify? Can I play those games right away? Let me tell you what the requirements are. All you have to do is be level 15, which is not that hard, and own at least 12 characters. There are no mastery level requirements for those characters, which is a big deal if you're one of those players who wanted to play ranked but just didn't have enough time to go through and mastery level 4 12 different champions. At that point, you may just be a busy guy and get 1 or 2 games a night and just feel that ranked is so far out in your future that you might as well just play casual and enjoy that. New players will have to have 15 qualifying games as well before they are placed in a division. So this does help newer players who may be at that 15 only owning 12 champion spot to really find their balance and get enough qualifying games to be put in the accurate division. And to be clear, your placement will be based on your performance during those 15 qualifying games. So if you just get those 12 champions, you just hit level 15, maybe you want to practice a little bit more before you go ahead and put your rank on the line. Now, here's a big addition that's coming through to the rank scene. It is partying, which is something that could happen in ranked, but only in pairs. That's right, only 2 people maximum were able to party in the last iteration of ranked, and now if you are in bronze, silver, gold, or platinum, you may form up to a 5-man party in competitive games. The hitch being that you cannot have anyone in your party that is above platinum. Everyone needs to be between bronze and platinum in your 5-man queue. On one side, this is fantastic if you have a lot of friends, you love streaming, and maybe you just have a few buddies that you want to play ranked with, maybe 3 or 4, but could never fit them in because you always had to choose one. This could apply to streamers, or this could just apply to some of your friends. I've had my most fun moments playing ranked and high-level games with buddies of mine, and so I have to say that this is going to be a great quality of life change and adjustment in the positive direction if this is something you were looking for. Now, this does hurt the solo warriors as well, and I find myself oftentimes on the solo warrior experience. When we added parties in ranked, I actually kind of flipped out. I was really against it, and it was because at that point in time that I didn't really like to party in Paladins. Now I do it much more often. On my streams, you'll see me playing with a bunch of different guys, and I really find that fun. Now if we're playing ranked, There's more on the line. It's more interesting for viewers. It's more interesting for me. It's more interesting footage sometimes with more stakes, and that makes people want to watch and see the outcome more. I am very, very happy to party and bring better and better games, but I do have to say, if you were in the position I was before and you feel like solo queuing, this is going to hurt your chances to be viable, definitely still try it. I have faith that you can still solo queue and have a good time. And also remember that if you do find yourself slipping and not enjoying this, you could always try to find people to party up with. I mean, meet people online. If someone's good in your game, send them a message, make them a friend, and see if they can join you in ranked. Just like Albert Einstein once said, "Don't hate the player, hate the game." And you know he actually didn't say that, right? I'm just trying to be clear to people in the comment section who might be going, "Raynday spreading false information again. When does this guy stop?" I mean, Albert Einstein, I really don't think he said that. So whether you're party or you're solo, as you progress and win games, you will earn triumph points. You get promoted to a higher division once you reach 100 triumph points, and then it's set back to 0. Those excess points, if you do have them, carry over into your new division. An exceptional performance may also allow you to skip divisions when you're promoted. So say you end up in bronze because you had some horrible qualifying. If you absolutely demolish people in bronze, you have the best games of your life, you're out here looking like Stolzy and Cuss Cutie had a baby and it was you, it's basically going to mean that when you jump a rank, you're actually probably going to go to gold. Maybe you'll even go to platinum if you deserve to be that good, but most likely you'll jump at least silver and move up past that. If you win, you move forward. If you lose, you move backwards. That means you lose triumph points, and if you reach 0, you will actually be demoted to a lower division. Now, you cannot be demoted this way until you play at least 5 games within your division, so if you're just getting used to a level of gold type of competitiveness, you're gonna have a few games to adjust. However, if you don't win any of those, and if you hypothetically had 0 TP at the end of that run, you would be demoted. However, players are set to 70 TP when they are first demoted, so you'll start a little bit higher. The benefit of the doubt is given to the player, which means if you have a couple of bad days and it just bumps your ranking down, you're not too far away from being able to get promoted again. Now let's talk about the good stuff. That's the skins. That's the rewards that you can get for playing ranked. If you qualify for ranked, you receive a loading frame that displays your highest reached division in the current split. So that's how you get your border, your Grandmasters, your Masters, whatever you want to show up. That's just for qualifying for ranked. Also, just for qualifying for ranked, playing those 15 games, you get a champion skin chest roll. So a free skin and a free border just for those 15 games. Now, if you play 25 competitive games, you also get a free weapon chest roll, so you don't even have to win. You can lose them all and still get free stuff, which is a very, very encouraging aspect for those who haven't tried out ranked but just want some rewards and maybe want to test their might. Now, what's very exciting is if you find yourself with the passion to improve and the skills to do so, if you reach gold 5, you will receive the epic Drogo skin set, Terramorph. Now, if you don't have the Dread Hunter Drogo skin, this is essentially a recolor for it, but in such a good way. It's kind of like the Blood Moon Cassie, where yes, it was a recolor for Nightbane Cassie, but it just looks so good on its own. This is a red Drogos, and it is badass. If you win 100 competitive games, guess what else you get? You get the weapon. And if you win 200 competitive games, not only do you get all that Drogo stuff, the weapon roll, the skin chest roll for doing all that stuff, and the border, you get a Forged in Battle title. This is going to be a very rare kind of title, and only the best players, the most consistent and committed players are going to have it. It's going to be a real highlight when you go into your games with this one. Now, if you end the season placed in Grandmaster or in the top 3 spots of any champion leaderboard, you receive a crystal reward as well. No guarantee on the numbers yet, but the best players are going to get shelved out some crystals to buy even more skins and paladins. That is a dope reward and definitely provides some extra impetus to move forward and work harder on your game. I'll be in bronze Grandmaster, so you know I'm getting these crystals. So to wrap up this video, let's talk a little bit about the cosmetics. If you haven't seen them, oh boy, you have been missing out. Ashe gets an incredible Ronin epic skin, which is the champion skin, the voice pack, and the weapon. It's an Asiatic kind of samurai theme, and it is to die for. Bomb King, Fernando, and SKYE, they get their mastery level skins, and SKYE also gets a ninja skin, which is called Konuichi? I don't know how to pronounce it, but it is an epic skin and it is bad. It is badass. That emote though, that emote is out of control. If you haven't seen it, it's nice. Rated T, but just barely. There's also another Necromancer chest being added to the realm, and that gives weapons that are new for Lex, Ceres, and Zen. Some very, very cool weapons for them, and also some good weapons that have been available in the past, like the Nightbane Cassie, another weapon from Pip, I forget what it's called, but it's in there as well. If you guys want more details or want to catch it live, make sure you tune in at twitch.tv twitch.tv/Paladins game at 1 p.m. Eastern Time every 2 weeks on Friday. Around the balance section of the patch notes, we saw some legendary cards buff that were hardly utilized and now may be more of an enticing option for players. Rally here for Ashe now has her ultimate charge rate increased by 15% when you take that legendary that stuns opponents with her ult. Barracks turrets no longer detect stealth, thank goodness, and fortify. His shield legendary also reduces the cooldown of barricade by 3 seconds. Buck's legendary card Bulk Up allows him to now increase his damage by 15% while recovery is active, opening up a few new strategies and card loadouts for his liking. Cassie also finds the reduction to exaction from 40% to 30% as a result of it just being the only legendary that anybody ever plays always, for the same reason, because it's just too good. Genos, the new healer, who is surprisingly more of a main healer than a damage dealer, more so than anyone could have imagined, has his health reduced from 2600 to 2400. The man is doing very well for himself in the realm, so gets a slight adjustment to be more in tune with his healing counterparts. Lex sees a buff to his legendary Heroism, which allows his attack speed to increase from 25% to 35% after sliding, which is just a little bit of an awkward kind of position. You don't really want to slide and then attack. Usually that's an escape, but hey, this is a legendary buff for sure, so maybe check it out. However, Retribution, the big change here is that it no longer reveals stealth targets. Skye mains, Cirrus mains, rejoice. Lex's random Q does not counter one of the most vital and crucial parts of your kits anymore. This change has been so persistently requested, I can only feel that Feral Knights right now is experiencing a catharsis of emotions that just can't be described by the simple words we have in this English language. Leon also sees a buff to her legendary card Eminence. Presence will now start dealing damage at 50 feet instead of 100 feet, increasing a little bit of the benefit from that, a little bit closer to where you are. Grover also sees a reduction in his pre-fire and his post-fire, meaning those axes come out a little bit faster, so the damage was reduced from 400 to 330 in order to compensate. Ruckus's miniguns now spin up a lot faster, meaning it only takes him a third of the time that it used to, going down from 3 seconds to 1 second, and so his damage has been reduced from 53 to 48 to compensate for that. Holding left click will not only be the only way to fire an orb for Cirrus, you'll actually be able to just tap it and the first orb will shoot now. Shaolin has also reduced the amount he can be slowed while drawing his bow from 30% to 10%, which is a good buff for the Shaolin mains. Skye has seen a health increase from 1800 to 2000, continuing the quality of life changes for Skye and allowing her more options to battle against her damage dealing counterparts that she faces off in the realm. Willow also has the Scorched Earth legendary get a little bit of a buff, reducing the cooldown of Dead Zone, a very valuable ability, by 3 seconds. Last but not least, Ying's weapon has been almost completely reworked to be a faster and more dangerous fun style fire, which I have personally played and enjoyed a lot. The refire dropped from 0.7 to 0.5, the time between shots dropped from 0.1 to 0.05, the ammo count was increased from 6 to 8, and the damage per shot was reduced from 120 to 90, as well as the bonus damage on focusing lens was reduced from 200 to 150. With the VFX and sound improvements to the weapon experience, I think you guys are going to like the illusory mirror and how it feels when you play Ying. So much to do, so much to see, so many people to frag. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoy Rank 2.0 and check out the PTS as soon as it hits live on forums.paladins.com. My name is Raynday, and as always, remember to never give up, never stop gaming, and I'll see you all next time.